sun come out. Oh my God, the waves are so pretty.
Scoot over, I'm getting it.
Intelexx here. Welcome to Lifin with Lex, where we talk about a variety of topics surrounding life because life be lifin', right? Yes, definitely working out to keep the stress level down because life be lifin' and people will try you. Okay, but don't worry because there is one thing that we gotta do. And listen, check the message here. Okay, start each day with a grateful heart. Yeah.
Everybody get in the picture, get in the, or get in the video. Hey, we out here.
Definitely got to be around the family, but you know, self-care is a must, so you need that isolation because baby, but most importantly, enjoying life because you only get one, right? And you know, a part of life is building relationships. Definitely got to have that. And definitely got to stay on point with the learning because knowledge is power. Okay. And not only that, applying it. Yes, that's right. Putting that knowledge to work and doing the work for the greater good. You heard me? Make sure to tune in and tap in to this episode to see what we're going to talk about today. Well, hello there. Welcome and welcome back to Lifin with Lex. Ah, thank you all so much for being here on this vulnerability journey that I am on. You know, this is not easy for me. Some people can share and be an open book to everyone. Some have a select few. Personally, I do pick and choose, okay? And even the ones that I pick and choose don't know everything. But I feel like that's how everyone should be. You should not share 100% of your life with everybody. That is me personally, but to each his own. To each his own. Okay. All right. So, well, we are going to get into this. All right. So, we are in season 2. All right. And we are almost finishing up our season. So, thank you so much again for being here with me. All right. So, this is episode 8. And we are talking about New Year, New Me. What's new in 2025? All right, so this is more like a check-in to see what I got going on. You know what I mean? And so let me break it down. My schedule is pretty much still the same. I've gotten more organized, so that's something that's new. I have, let me just break down what I do. So I am an artist, I'm a writer, photographer, assistant, case manager, business owner. Okay, so all of those things are encompassed within my day. I write every day. It doesn't necessarily have to be poetic because you know I am a poet. For those that didn't know, I'm a poet, a spoken word artist. But outside of that, I am also an author. So you know, I am intentional with my writing. I also do journaling every day. So even if I'm not writing a poem or some type of art form, or if I'm not writing in one of my books, I'm definitely journaling. And that's something I want to continue to do in this year that I have been doing. Um, For those of you that don't know, one of the people that I have resonated with over the years has been Crystal Renee Hazlett, who has been a part of, BT, Tyler Perry Sisters, Latima, has her own podcast, Keep It Positive, Sweetie. And, you know, um, she also has a journal that she created, like the Flame Within. And so that is something that I will be using this year, just to start it off right. And I'm excited about that. So that will be a part of my journaling segment. Let's see, what else do I do? So much, but yes, continuing to work out. So I didn't necessarily make any resolutions this year. They're more so goals that I wanted to obtain. I feel like when people make resolutions, a lot of times it might be just for like the hype of it. But for me, when I write certain things down, I'm intentional about making sure that they happen, because I'm not here to waste anyone's time. I'm not here to teeter totter. And when I make goals, whether it be short term, medium, or long term goals, I try to be as intentional as possible so that I can accomplish them. So I have a list of things that I want to accomplish, and they're all different timelines. And so I'm intentional about making sure that my list gets checked off. The things that I want to accomplish this year, that they get checked off this year. Um, yeah. So, different things. I'm not going to go into the whole list, but just a couple things on there. Getting a car under my business, getting business funding, traveling more, continuing to work out, building muscle, toning, tightening, all of the things. um, Possibly getting a fur baby of some sort. Don't know yet. Still deciding, because, I am busy, and, and I want to make sure that if there is any type of child, whether it be animal, human, whatever, that they get the time deserving that they need for the nurturing and the development, so that they can be the best that they can be. Okay, and so I don't want to get an animal and neglect it. Okay, I have plants. I'm a plant mama. But yeah, so um, I do pretty good with plants. They're still alive. I've had them for years. But another living organism that moves around and walks and needs to be fed and all that takes a different level of attention and time. And that is something that I actually do want for a baby. I just don't know when I will be making that step. But maybe this year might be the year that I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get me one, and I'm gonna take care of it. I grew up with animals, so I know how to take care of them. I'm just in a place in my life where I'm like all over, and I'm just doing a lot. I have a lot of moving parts, and so I just want to be intentional about where all of my parts are, where all of my attention is, and all those things. Okay, excuse me. All right. Let's see. Yeah. So, writing down my goals. So also finishing one of my books, also publishing the ones that's already finished. I got like five finished already. They're just not published yet. And so I'm probably going to publish one or two this year. So keep on the lookout for that. I already got two out. You can look me up on Amazon. They're there. And I think that's also one thing I need to work on too, is putting myself out there more. I am I'm not going to call myself humble, because I feel like other people should call you that, not yourself. you know, um, I'm not somebody that likes the spotlight. I would prefer to be behind the scenes. So, like, if there was something within the entertainment industry where it's just like, oh, you can have this acting role. And I'm like, at one point, I was interested in going that route. Now, not so much. I'm more so like, give me the behind the scenes stuff. I'll be the writer, I'll be the producer, I'll be the director. I'll even be the designer, whatever it is in the background. I don't want the spotlight. And not to say that I don't like the spotlight, I just don't like what comes with the spotlight. But a lot of people who are in the spotlight don't like what comes with it either. You know what I mean? But I just was never someone that's like, oh, all eyes on me. Look at me. I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna do this. Some people are born in to be in that field. Me, no. I feel like for me, if I am in the spotlight, it's not because I want to be. It's because I'm called to be. So I feel like it's differences. Okay, there's some people that they know what their calling is, and they know with that calling comes that spotlight. But they didn't want all of that anyway. But it's usually the ones that don't really want it that get certain positions. And there's others who've known from childhood that that's what they were meant to do. You know, Singers, dancers, entertainers, actors, actresses, people that are in that field, a lot of them knew from very young that that's what they wanted to do. It's all they've ever wanted to do. Went to school for it, or just been doing it and have a whole bunch of experience with it. That's that, okay? So, yeah, just really learning how to sell my brand and my business. Because when it comes to business and being business minded, it has to shift, especially if you're not already business minded. Like for me, I had to learn how to be more business minded. So you have to sell your stuff. If you are your brand, you have to sell yourself. If you have a business, you got to sell that. Nobody's going to do that work for you. You can hire somebody, but you still have to talk about your stuff. You know what I mean? And that's not putting yourself out there or being egotistical or prideful or thinking your stuff is better than someone else's. It's putting it out there, promoting it, putting ads out there, whatever you got to do. But along those lines, that's something I'm going to incorporate this year is just being more intentional about putting Intelexx out there because it is a good brand. It's a good business. There are other companies that do what I am working up to do. And they're doing amazing. They're partnering with a lot of different people. They have different internships. Like what they are doing is what I am aspiring to do. And so I know that I'm not in the field by myself. I'm not in competition with anyone else. The only competition I have is with me. But I will learn from those other companies that are doing what I am aspiring to do. Right? I am on my way. And I'm still a baby, right? Legally, my baby is 4 years old. So, Tyler baby. So, Intellects is still growing, but we getting there. All right. Let's see what else is new this year. Um, I not really too much. It's just more so me being more intentional with how I spend my time, with being more emotionally regulated, mentally regulated, just doing a lot of self work this year. So when it comes to what I got going on and, you know, learning to not respond emotionally to certain things, some things, merit an emotional response, others do not. Just learning how to differentiate that, learning to really reflect before responding and not to be all up in my feelings. Because, sometimes us ladies be in our feelings. Sometimes y'all men be in y'all feelings. Okay. We all got emotions, but just knowing how to master them so that they're not mastering us is clutch. Okay. So that's something that I'll be working on, that I am continuing to work on because I'm already working on it. Something new that I will be incorporating this year will be to get another therapist. All right, don't sleep on the mental health, y'all. Now, I know I've shared this before. I do have a history with mental health. I've been diagnosed with a couple things, anxiety, bipolar, and I feel like for real, all of us in this world have anxiety and all of us have bipolar because it's really just a mood disorder and we all go through different moods. And different things shift our moods, and our mood affects our decision and our perception about things a lot of times. So for me, it's not necessarily what's written on paper, but uh, what I connect with and what I answer to. You know, what I was diagnosed with on paper is not who I am. That's what I was diagnosed with. So I don't say, oh, I have this, I have that. I don't say that because I feel like everybody's anxious. We all have a level of stress that we deal with. We all go through different things. So that's normal. That's life, right? And life will throw you through hoops. And I feel like when it comes to certain traumas and certain triggers, we all deal with them differently based on our level of healing and maturity. Some of us are petty. I could be petty. I could be petty. I can be, you know. But learning to rise above emotions, regulate them emotions, master them emotions, and keep my mental health in check. A part of that is doing the work myself. I can't depend on somebody else to do my work for me. So, continuing to journal, continuing to do my coping skills, working out, saying what I mean, meaning what I say, sticking to my boundaries, and talking about it. Talking about it helps me. But I'm not just going to talk to anybody about everything that's going on with me. I need to trust you and feel that you're a safe space for me to open up in that way. Or else you're only going to get a certain version of me. And I feel like that's for everybody. If you don't create a safe space for somebody, they're not going to share everything about themselves with you. I don't think they should. I feel like that's something that's sacred. That's something that you should earn. You can't be an open book to everybody. And unless you're somebody that's just naturally like, I'm just going to tell you my whole life. You're a stranger to me. I just met you 5 seconds ago. Let me tell you my life. I don't think people are really doing that. There are some people that do. That's part of their personality. Hey, to each his own. Me, no. I'm a very private person. There's certain things that I don't even share with my family, and they're my family, you know. And it doesn't have to be a secret. I could be going to an event and I'm like, I'm not telling y'all just because I feel like this is not something that you need to know. I might tell you after I leave, or after maybe like a week later. Oh, I went to this event. It was nice. Da da da. But little things like that. Like I don't feel like I should tell you every single detail of my life. Everyone doesn't deserve that type of connection with me. There's people in my circle that I share a lot with. Majority of what I'm going through or where I'm at or what I'm doing, where I'm going. It's only a certain people that get that privilege to have me. And I'm sure it's vice versa. That I'm privileged to get that information from some people. I don't expect that from everybody. Because if we're not connected on that level, you're not going to get that. And I don't expect somebody to give it to me if I'm not connected with them on that level. There's no shade, there's no hate. That's just what it is. Everybody doesn't connect with everybody. The ones that I connect with are the ones that I feel safe with, and the ones that I feel safe with are the ones that I share with. All right, so let that be a lesson to us all. Don't share everything with everybody because sometimes people are in your life specifically to be that Judas, to try to betray you, to try to do different things. And a lot of us share personal things with people thinking that they are safe and they are not. And then there's disappointment and there's hurt and there's sadness and heartbreak and all those things because you didn't share something with somebody that you thought was going to keep your stuff safe. And the moment that y'all had a falling out, All your business went out with it. So have discretion and discernment when it comes to the people that's in your life, okay? It is trial and error sometimes, but let's be wise in our decisions when it comes to who we have in our lives, okay? Because a lot of times, if you are surrounded by people that don't necessarily um, depict you, you are going to be associated with them because they're around you. If you got some out there, wild, outlandish friends, people are going to assume that you are the same way because you are around them, you're with them, you're associating yourself with them. So, therefore, that's what you are. So, let's be mindful. You know what I mean? But carry yourself at all times, okay? That was my little spiel. But yeah, so just learn to be more open, sharing more about me is something that I will do this year. Um, Giving you more of my day to day, giving you more of my thoughts on how I think. And something I might incorporate this year is really sharing my journey when it comes to schooling. I got 5 degrees, y'all, and I've been in school since I was 3 years old. Had my first graduation at 4. So from 3 all the way up to my 30s, I was in school. So I have a lot of information when it comes to how the schooling works, you know, in my field of expertises, because it ain't just one. 5 different degrees, they're all different, and so just being able to share what I know around each subject. All right, so education, journalism, childhood studies with psychology, divinity, and social work. They all are encompassed together, um, but I don't really talk about it too much. So that's something I'm learning to be more outspoken with. It's just talking more about what I know and sharing what I know because I know that what I know can help somebody else. And I just want to put myself out there and share what I have with others, because it's a whole bunch of knowledge up in here. Okay, but it doesn't mean anything if nobody else knows what I know. All right, so that's a couple of things that I'm gonna be doing this year. But other than that, I'm gonna continue to work out 5 days a week at least. I'm gonna continue to, you know, work on my business, my baby. I'm gonna continue to do my admin work. I'm gonna continue to do my case management work. I'm going to continue to write and journal and have a devotion life, my spiritual life. Continue to build that up. Be more present in the babies of the family so that they have a good example. And really just working on me this year. Really just working on me, building up my boundaries, getting a therapist, getting a coach. Um, and just being my best because I can't help anybody else if I'm a mess. Oh, that's bars. But seriously, I can't do anything for anyone else if I'm not doing it for me. And so, something that I'm going to be intentional about this year is keeping me first, keeping God first, and allowing His work to be done in me so that I can be a blessing and so that they could see Him through me. And that's it. That's it. That's all. Okay, so that's pretty much it. All right, so we have gotten to the part of the episode that is one of my favorites, which is our mic drop. That's right, our mic drop. So the mic drop for the day is be yourself, do the work, love you enough to know what is deserving in your life and what's not, who's deserving of you and who's not, and handle accordingly. Sometimes we hold on to stuff that we need to let go of. We hold on to people that we need to let go of. We hold on to things that we need to let go of. And we are only holding up our own blessings, our own life. Let it go. Come into this new year with yourself. It's not a new you. You meeting yourself wherever you go. It's the journey that you have to learn to love and appreciate, because there is not a destination. Because once you get to one destination, you have another one to go to. So it's all about the journey, y'all. So just learn to just love you where you are. Know that you have stuff to work on, but appreciate how far you've come. Love you in the process, and learn to continue to go and grow as you go. Okay. All right, that is all. That's all, y'all. That's all. But thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Let me know, because we do want to have. Well, this mine. I'm so used to saying we. This me. I do want to have, features come on, people to talk about what they got going on, because it's not just about lifing with me. Y'all lifing with me too, but I'm lifing with y'all. So I want to hear other people's perspective about how life be lifing with y'all. So if you have any suggestions, if you have anyone that you think would be a good fit to come on here and talk about how life is lifing with them, and for them to drop some mic drops, for them to drop some mics here, let me know. Okay, connect with me. I'm here. All right, and just a snippet. Intellect's my baby, so I got to promote her. Connect with my baby, and whatever it is you got going on, go to Intelexx.com so that you can see what we could do for you at Intelexx. Join our app, the Entrepreneurs Hub. You can click the link in on our website, or you can go to your App Store, Play Store, go into our Mighty Networks, search us, and we are there. All right, but we want to build our community up. So if you are interested in connecting with us, make sure to check us out on at Intelexx.com. All right, but make sure, new year, new me, yes, but all that old stuff got to go. Okay, make sure you bring you with you and just love you in the process. Okay, I love you all. Thank you so much for allowing me to be vulnerable and for helping me to develop into a more expressive person. Because like I said before, I'm private and I share stuff, but it's a lot for me to share. But I am more open now than I was before. So thank you for that. Thank you for being a safe space for me to share more of me with you. So more to come. Stay tuned. There will be some goodies here for you. All right, but like I said, we're gonna have some features. We're gonna do some things new, okay? And until next time, have an amazing day and an awesome rest of your week. Love you all. See you next time. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Okay, so keep it real. What did you think? And be honest, y'all, because I really want to know what y'all think. Honest feedback definitely matters, okay? Share your thoughts about it on the Q&A that's attached to the episode on Anchor or Spotify or Apple, or the amazing platforms. If you're on YouTube, make sure to drop a comment. If you want to share a little bit more, but you don't want to do it on those platforms, make sure to email us so that we can share your thoughts on the show. I want you to remember to love yourself.
Trying to level balance out, I meditate all the time. Learn my lesson, turn my blessings into one of a kind. I'm gonna stand up face to face, ain't anything in my way. Mama told me never let my feelings get in the way. I'm waking up like how the hell can I get better today? I gave myself that confirmation, boy, you already great.
Be true to yourself. And when life starts lifing, life back. But don't forget to life relax. Until next time.